I'm gonna do a little floral painting in watercolor. I just got a blank piece of white paper here. Got my watercolors all laid out. I'm gonna go in and pick up some color. We're just, oh, let's see, how about some bright reds? And nice, some bright yellows. I'm just freehanding different shapes, maybe some mums or daisies, something. Oh, let's find a different one. Let's see, how about maybe we'll go with the bright red. I like that bright red. Almost an orange. Scarlet. All I'm doing is with a big brush. The paper's dry. Haven't done anything special with it. Just sort of pulling out different shapes. Oh, maybe even a blue. This one is, oh, look at that, how bright. Maybe one more. Oh, let's see, what color? How about a pink? For pink, well, this one's sort of pinkish. Let's see, maybe. Let's see. How about we do a real orange one? We'll mix some colors, maybe up here. Let's get a little more yellow into that. This one's gonna kind of be over top of that yellow one, a little smaller. Okay, now we got that in. I'm gonna go in and pick up some of our greens. And I'm just kind of, coming in. If I hit it a little bit, that's fine. I'm real pale greens here. Maybe even a touch of the blue and yellow. Get it more cool green down here. These look a little more like possible leaves. I'm just having fun. Just see what we can come up with. Let's go get some of that darker. Maybe there's some grasses or something under here. Pick up some of that lighter greens, fill in here a little bit. You could have put some of the greens in beforehand, but I wanted to make sure our colors were as bright as can be. And I'm not being so careful that I'm not hitting. See, I've hit a couple spots here, so you get shadows. You've still got some whites. We can fill in everything else. I'm gonna go pick up some more of that yellow. I want this brighter. I want this oh, look how bright that got. And we can even go over some of the greens. There, like that better. And some of that oranges. It's even got still got some of the yellow in it. So let's go back into some of these reds here. Let's get a deep red right in the center. And then we're gonna pull some out. Not gonna go all the way out to the edge. Some places I am hitting it, but most part I'm keeping most of this towards the center. And I'm gonna take a touch of blue, mix it with some of that red, give it almost a purplish mauve look. And put that right, dot that right, just nice center, dark center. I can even pull a little bit, not much. Out. All right, in fact, I think I like that color. I'm gonna put it right there. In fact, I think I'm gonna go get I've got a pointed brush and this is wet. Pull that out a little bit. But I'm gonna kind of pull it going one direction, almost like a belly right here, and then you can see how that makes that look like the flower. You're looking almost into it. Right here, I'm gonna take some of that darker, wet my brush a little bit, and kind of pull that right towards that center. And so I'm gonna go into that bright red with a little bit of the darker reds. I still wanted orange, I just wanted a darker shade. And this is a little easier to control than that bigger one. So that was still working pretty good. And now this blue one looks almost like it's going downward. I'm gonna pick up just some dark blues here. Put it right in there. Rinse my brush and then kind of pull that out. So it looks like almost like right there, the flower is coming, that's the center of the flower and it's sort of looking downward. And I'm gonna go back to my dark reds and in here even, make it even darker. Oh, in fact, I'd bring it down a little more. The yellow one, I think I'm gonna go in some oranges. We'll give it a nice orange center. I'm gonna take my brush, I'm gonna clean it fairly good. Get all the paint out of it. And then I'm gonna come in and out. I'm gonna go in and pick up some yellow. Really put a yellow there. And just a little bit of that orange right in there, almost like a belly. And I'm gonna go back into my darks, oranges. A few more darks in here. This one I think I'm going to pull a few extra out. All right, I like that. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go back and start playing with my greens. Maybe. And you can see you already got some pretty good shapes here. Here's a stem coming up. And maybe a stem here coming down, kind of hides behind that one. And I think I still had a little bit of the reds in my paintbrush, which is fine. It's giving it some kind of nice color change. I like that. So, all right, over here, Maybe this one, since it's, in fact, I'm going to use my little twiggy brush, pick up some of that color. Maybe this stem, let's get a little more color into it. This stem actually comes around and down. And we're going to put some of the leaves on here. And let's pick up some more color. This one. There. And then of course this one needs a stem too, and oh, maybe it comes in there. We're gonna put some leaves there. Maybe even got one coming up there. Over here. I don't know, maybe it's some grasses or possibly another one. Hasn't got a blossom on it. So, all right, I'm gonna clean that brush. Dry it on my paper towels. I'm gonna go in with some of our more brighter yellows and stuff here. Maybe put some lighter colors up here. Alright, and then I'm going to go back to my pointed brush here. And then here's some of that orange. I'm going to fix some of the, maybe some shadowed edges here. Just plain water now. Just pull that back. You can see that's got some shadow in it. So you can fix anything that, you know, if you happen to accidentally go over it. And it won't hurt to go over some of it, because when you get the leaves and the grasses coming up, it will cover up some of the areas. In fact, I'm going to take some of that little bit of reds. I had picked up a little bit of red in here, and I like that, so I'm going to add a few here, almost like the grasses are picking up almost a little bit of the red highlights. So, okay, here I'm going to go back to my oranges, a little more of the yellows. I want it more orange, but it's got a lot of yellows in here. Pick up some water. Maybe brighten, because we lost some of that. All right, I like that. And plain straight yellow. And here, I'm gonna go and pick out, not everywhere, I'm just picking out some areas where it'll look like it'll stand out a little more. And then up on this red one here. Maybe. It's a little too bright. I want to keep it more of the pink. So to keep it pink, I'm using the reds, but I'm adding a lot of water to it. So pull that out a little more. All right, that is looking nice. And then you can take your little twiggy brush, it's just greens. You can pull some of these in if you like. Those are too bright, so I'm just gonna kind of, a damp brush. It just gives it a little different colors here and there. Maybe a couple in here. And then I'm gonna just kind of fade them out with a damp brush. Everything is so soft, I don't wanna completely right. I like that softness. So, and now I'm gonna just kind of take the tip of this, pick up some of the darks, and just kind of tapping through that center. This one has the same color, so I'm going to do that. You can even pull a few out. This one, in fact, this one I'm going to take a little bit of blue, mix it with the red, get almost a purpley dark. There, that stands out a little better. And the blue, we're just going straight blue and maybe tap a few. You can even pull a few lines in. But, and of course the yellows, we're just going to do a little bit of orangey. We're going to kind of draw that in a little more. A few coming out into the yellows. And you can even take this and just kind of maybe blend it a little. There. I think we got some nice looking flowers. If we need to darken anything a little bit, you know, a little stem or something coming out here. This one coming down. That a little wider. All right. I think we've got a beautiful little floral painting. Let's see what that looks like. And you can move the mat closer or further away, wherever you want it. So let's go ahead and sign this one. And it's just playing with colors. Just seeing what your colors will do. You know, have some fun with it. Let's go ahead and sign it right here. And you can sign it with a pencil if you're more comfortable doing that than with a brush. Make sure that paper is dry when you sign it. Otherwise your name will be flowing all out into the leaves. And I think we have a finished painting. I hope you enjoyed that one.